From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida's offense has its first opportunity of the day. You know, David, both of these teams have a strong safety that can support the run and also disruptive in the passing game.
I mean, it's just so nice to have a guy that's so physical, like a linebacker, but also can play like a DB. These guys are really revolutionizing defenses.
They hit people, too. They are heat-seeking missiles. Nobody wants to run over the middle of the field against these guys.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
Going to the ground. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Touch pass on the run. On his feet at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Kent. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Back to the ground with the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down coming up. Looking downfield, it's Everett. Feeling some heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with it. Nope, here comes the flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the big fella. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. A first down for the offense. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Snagged in the middle. It's Ingram. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for a crease to the left. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun, the ground game. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Across the 45. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Running behind that left side.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Back to throw. It's Everett. It's complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss. And
got some room, headed to the goal line. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Irish back on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up. come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Gets it to the back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Hey, it's important on offense in the passing game. You've got to have balance. And I mean, you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides. You got to let the defense know, too, that you're not afraid to go over the middle. They did right there.
To the air. It's in goal. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Got a wide open receiver. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Okay, ready? Defense in press coverage. On second down, looking again to throw. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's past the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Back to throw, it's Everett. He'll pull it down. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He's going to throw deep right side. And that pass picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Now, that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field, and they just couldn't hook up on that one.
Line getting set on second down. To throw. It's in goal. Throwing right. He makes the catch. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
Well, this guy has been a weapon all game long. They've lined him up all over the field. He's run all different types of routes. The defense has not been able to cover him, and he's got now over 150 receiving yards.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. TCU packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Horned Frogs Nation with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Fort Worth. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had... And he intercepts it. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
He'll set up to throw. Lets it fly. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewitt, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is...
He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
To the air. It's Everett. He'll take another shot here. And he's got it inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with a football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, baby. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.